This episode is presented by Posh on Kirkwood, Bloomington's jewel box of luxury and style right in the heart of downtown. This boutique hotel blends bold, high-end design with historic character, reimagined from a former bank, including its iconic $1 million vault. From the Signetti Club Room to stunning rooftop terraces with views of downtown, every space is built for elevated game day weekends, private events, and unforgettable stays. If you're booking, use the promo code POSHXCC for your stay. The rooms are designed for comfort and recovery with spa-style bathrooms, premium finishes, and even a private infrared sauna in select suites, plus a full cedar sauna available to all guests 24/7. Whether you're staying the night or just stopping by, the bar at Posh delivers one of the best atmospheres in Bloomington. Make your next trip a stay at Posh on Kirkwood.
You're listening to the Back Home Network, presented by Homefield Apparel.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
I know I probably cook people's spreads and stuff like that. We're always looking for the Indiana money line, which is the win.
Pay that man his money.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
All right, folks, welcome back to Crimson Cash. Scott here with you, with my man James. This is our time because it's Kentucky Derby week.
So excited. Love horse racing. You know, when you go to the sports book at the casino, there's always that one old guy watching the races. And that's the kind of degenerate gambler we should all aspire to be. There is nothing in gambling quite like having a long shot horse come in. I had the Derby winner at 18-1 a couple of years ago, and there is absolutely nothing like it on earth. So it's pretty fun.
By the way, those of us who are watching on video, dude, we're both rocking the Indians cool like alternate logo hat. Let's go. Nice. Did not plan that. I'm with you. I get into horse racing for about 12 minutes a year, and that's before the Derby and then during the Derby. But I will say I've been to the Kentucky Derby. My aunt and uncle used to have a box at Churchill Downs. They lived in Louisville. They were sponsors of like Churchill Downs. They were big into it. And la-di-da indeed. We had, my wife and I went. It was a great time. The time we went, and I've been to Churchill Downs a bunch, like for other races when I went to visit them. And it always cracked me up when, you know, my aunt, who was a great businesswoman with her husband, very, you know, financially savvy, taught me a lot about stocks and stuff. But then you got her at the track and it's like immediately like exacta boxes and trifecta boxes and like, oh, this, like, it was like, you know, Pat Day always wins at least one race. He doesn't wear like, and you really smart people just start talking kind of like batshit crazy stuff when you're like, I think it's just a bunch of horses running. Like, I don't think you have a system. But it's like immediately it was like, oh, don't bet to win. Like, don't bet to show that's for suckers. You got to do a trifecta box, and just like had her whole system. It was great.
We're not going to get that complicated here today. We're going to make it fun for your novice horse racing better.
All right, so let's do it.
All right, let's do it. First one, if you want to pull up the DK Horse app, it's just a couple of screenshots. It'll shows like kind of just a list of some horses and stuff.
Well, the ones I have them labeled angle. There's angles, bets,
bets. Yeah,
bets. All right, we'll go right here. If I pick the wrong one, you let me know.
Sure. So this. Oh no, not that one.
This is gonna be great.
Angles. That one. That's perfect.
There we go.
Basic. Okay. So this is when you log into the DK Horse app, it's going to look a lot different than like what you're used to. Okay. So you're probably looking at this, you're going, well, what the hell are the odds, James?
What are the odds, James? I don't even know where the DK. So DK, it's a DraftKings, but then you have to create a separate account for the DK horse.
And I believe FanDuel is the same way. You have to create a separate horse racing account. And my guess is because it's under some different sort of commission or something. I'm sure there's some sort of somebody's paid money somewhere for that. But anyway, so you have to deposit separately on it too. So you can't just move money from your DraftKings over to DraftKings horse. So it's kind of annoying. So if you don't want to do it because it's a pain in the ass, I totally get it. They do have a free way to deposit, but I didn't want to give them all my bank account info. Yeah. So I just did Apple Pay, and there was a $5 charge for it. So I'm not going nuts, but I plan on drinking some mint juleps and betting. And so the other thing that this has is it will give you a little insight on the race too. If you go to the angles picture up there, it'll kind of show you like some different things about each horse, and they have, different things that they talk about. So just kind of a preview of the app there. They got like a clocker special or a hot trainer, exiting a key race. And so some different things that you might look for in a normal horse race to kind of deduce, hey, who am I looking for here?
I like the hot train. Not like, I'm assuming like a trainer who's doing well, not like that's a hot looking trainer.
Correct. Yes. And we'll get to that a little bit when we get to some of the horses more specifically here. So if you want to go to the next one that just shows the pole position or the gate positions.
Derby gate. Here we go. All right.
Here we go. All right. So this is picture 1 of 2 because there are 20 gate positions, although I think we've had a scratch already today by Silent Tactic, but I'm not positive on that. Our favorite is it's very unfortunate for them because Renegade is probably the best horse in the field. It just won the Arkansas Derby, which is one of the main preludes to the Kentucky Derby. You've got some races you really want to look at when you're looking at kind of like what horse do I want if I'm picking a win bet. Okay. So there's a couple of things you don't want. The last thing you want is to be in gate 1 because that position has not won the Derby since 1986. It's a very horrible place to be in a horse race.
Yeah, because you get like pinched in, like the horse will get in front of you and you have like no room to move, right?
You just get kind of pinned down and you can't go anywhere. So that's a definite possibility. Although Renegade is a good sprinter and could get out, but being on the rail, I don't love it. All right. So Renegade's at 4-1. And then, okay, well, what other ones are we looking at? Well, what I've decided to do and how I bet it is I'm taking 2 kind of long shot winners and 1 kind of not so long shot winner. Okay. And maybe that might cover. If I'm out the $25, I'm out $25. So I'm going to do 2 10s and a 5. All right. So what I'm looking at here is Commandment is another horse that I'm really high on. It just won the, I believe, Bluegrass Stakes, and it's at 6-1, and it's got a great position here at 6. All right. So I put $5 on Commandment.
Okay.
That's a horse that I like. My favorite bet of the race is I'm taking number 8 position, So Happy, at 15-1. This horse just won the Santa Anita. It's lightly raced, but it has a Hall of Fame jockey and 2-time Derby winner riding it in a perfect gate position. I think we could really see this horse put on a show. So that's one that I like. And I put $10 on that. So if that hits, we've had a really fun Derby day. Yep. And then I thought, well, why not? Let's go with something crazy here. and I can't believe I didn't look at it. I was looking at the horses and not really the gate positions, and kind of last year I was convinced that one of these Japanese horses is finally going to break through. And so I'm going with Dannon Bourbon at 20-1 out of the 7 gate. It is a Japanese horse that it took the Japan track, but it's a Kentucky horse. So it's been bred in Kentucky. It's trained in Kentucky, but it's only raced in Japan. The knock on it is that, well, in Japan, they race clockwise, not counterclockwise. And their worry is that the horse won't figure that out. But he's got a good jockey, so I've got a feeling that that might kind of wash right there.
I would love to know the cost of taking a horse from Kentucky to Japan and back. So it raced in Japan, and that's something you can't just be like, I have an emotional support horse and just take that on the flight.
I imagine that's a private flight, if I had to guess.
I would assume so. It's got to be. I'd love to know what that price is.
Some other ones that you could look at that are interesting, and some ones that I don't like. So like Incredibolt has never raced on dirt before. I don't know why you'd bet on a horse that's never raced on dirt. Now it does good on the synthetic track, but Potente at 20-1 is interesting. Potente finished second to So Happy in the Santa Anita by 3 lengths. So you could look at maybe Potente, comes at it again. And then if you switch to the next slide, Got a few other here, and Further Ado is another one to watch, another favorite that people are looking at. I do think that there could be some value there at 6-1 if you'd rather go that way than Commandment. I just happen to prefer Commandment. So that's kind of where I'm at. These 50-1s and 31s, they're not going to win. So
love to see you wrong on that.
Yeah.
Is there a
and I could be wrong on Incredible. I might have been thinking of Full Effort on the Never Raced on Dirt, but one of them's Never Raced on Dirt.
Okay. Is there a gate position that is like, I know one is not ideal. I know the end is not ideal. Is there like a good gate position that's won, 15 of the last 30 Kentucky Derbies?
No.
Okay.
But generally you want to be in that meaty middle, because that's
right. It's like 4 to 12 is like a good spot to be in.
That's where you want to be. Yeah.
Okay.
And the favorite almost never wins as well.
Right.
So that's another thing to keep in mind when betting horse racing.
Do you ever mess around with my aunt's exacta boxes or the trifecta boxes or just a box?
Yeah, I did some boxes and some keys last year, and it's just too damn complicated for me. I just want to bet win and be able to yell at the horse while it's racing. So with plenty of bourbon in me.
Yes. And for those who don't know, let me get this right. An exacta box is, win, play, show is obviously if you pick the, a horse to go first, that's a win. You pick him to place, that's a 2, or to show is a 3. If you pick someone to show and they finish first, second, or third, you get money if you pick that show. An exacta box, my understanding is you pick 1, 2, 3, and they have to be in that order. 1, 2, 3. There's also isn't there a box where you can pick?
There's trifecta, and there's exactas, and there's boxes, and there's key boxes.
Like a trifecta box is just you pick the 3 as long as they finish in the top 3. It doesn't matter what order.
Correct. And then an exacta would be, I believe,
you nail 1, 2, and 3, which is like it. Good luck.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, same here. Same here. 2 guys in Indiana. I know IndyCar racing.
Yeah, we'll do better on the IndyCar knowledge.
Actually, there's some meaty bets on IndyCar. There's some ones that are
I know.
Like you can tell people who don't know the lines make that stuff. All right, let's get to your bets here. This is what you got. All right, so you talked us through this already. All right.
Yep. So it'll show you the gate position. It doesn't show you how much you stand to win. It's a pretty crappy little app, going to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's good to know. And this is good to know this now because this happens to me every year where I get on the DraftKings like, why can't I bet the horses? Like, screw it, I'm not going to do it. So Now I know, and now I can officially lose money as opposed to just doing the normal pool that I do at my neighbor's house, where I just pull a number out of a hat. So all right. Well, James, we got one more thing we're going to talk about, your mint julep recipe. Before we get to that, we have one sponsor, and this thing is awesome, man. I don't know if you've seen this yet. But check out this video, everybody. This is the new football from Nico Sports. Oh, that's just the shot. How about I actually show the right video? Here we go.
The rise, the legacy, the records are just getting started.
So check out that Fernando Mendoza ball. That thing is awesome. It's limited to 2026, officially licensed. If you use the promo code Crimson15, you'll get $15 off your purchase. You can not only buy the Mendoza ball, there's also the National Championship ball, which is still available through Nico Sports. Check them out. We're happy to be partnering with them for this short time to get these. Get them while they're available. But definitely check out that Mendoza ball and get it before he has to put on Raiders colors. So there you go. That thing's awesome. Check that thing out.
Good looking ball.
Heck yeah. All right. Speaking of good looking things, your mint julep recipe is definitely good looking. Talk us through this.
Okay. So the key to a mint julep is you want to steep your mint leaves in your simple syrup. Okay. So some of you might go to the store and just be like, oh, I'm going to buy this thing of simple syrup that I can just use with my mint julep. Don't do that. Make your own. All right. It is not a lot of work. It's a cup of water and a cup of sugar. Like this isn't quantum physics here. All right. If you are diabetic, I believe you can use Splenda as well. So you put your water and your sugar together on the stove and you simmer the sugar and stir it until the water gets dissolved. Right. And the sugar, and you get your little syrupy mix. Then you're going to add your mint into it. Okay. turn off your heat, and just let it steep for 15 minutes. All right. Strain out your mint leaves if you want. If you want to keep them in there, I'm not going to yell at you. But if you want to keep it long term, you'll probably want to take them out. And then to drink, you can either choose to add some extra mint to the bottom of your drink glass and muddle it before you add in your ice, and then your simple syrup and your bourbon, and then garnish with a fresh sprig of mint, and it's absolutely delicious.
Okay, I'm in.
I highly recommend it.
I love a good mint julep, and I will say this too. This is probably me trying to do way too much while we're doing this live, but for those in the Indianapolis area, or even just any area that has a Costco, I went to Costco today and took some pictures for my neighbors. They have some pretty good stuff at pretty good prices. They have some Elijah Craig barrel proof for like $40. They had Angel's Envy triple oaked, which I had not seen in a while. I got some of that. What else did I? Oh, there's some Russells here for $30. Not bad. All of these are good bourbon choices as you get ready for.
They're all excellent.
A little
not
bit.
Knob Creek. I do not like Knob Creek.
I'm not. No, it's over here for the left. The Four Roses.
Oh, I do like Four Roses. Yes,
one of my wife's favorite. This is a single batch Four Roses for $33. Not bad at all. And then the best thing to start your day off. This is one of my favorites when I'm just at home on a Saturday. Is the Buffalo Trace Bourbon Cream for $9, $9.97. Let's
that's
go.
a nice deal.
Yeah, that's a really good deal.
And I will be using Maker's Mark. That is generally my bourbon of choice on Derby Day. So
for mixed drinks, yes. Like don't waste a good bourbon on a mix.
I think Maker's Mark's a good bourbon.
They're all good, but anyway. All that said, all right, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, don't use a $400 bottle of bourbon to make your mint julep.
True that. All right, James, this has been fun. Thank you for the preview, and we will be back in a couple of weeks to get ready for more racing. This time with cars going counterclockwise as well on the oval here in Indianapolis. Until then, for James, this is Scott for Crimson Cash signing off.
Post time.
Thank you for listening to Crimson Cash, a proud podcast of the Back Home Network.
Queen.
Yes, sir. You gotta love this town.